Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Deep Thoughts with Paul and Guest podcast. Thank you, Owen. Episode 2. Here with me today is my guest.
Hi, I'm Owen.
Thanks, Owen. But so before we start, I need to apologize for the last episode. We didn't really have anything to talk about.
I did listen to it. It was, in fact, very boring.
It was very boring, and I think that might be because of Jamila and me. Just 100% of the podcast was just us just struggling to talk. I didn't have a topic, and she doesn't talk.
Let's not talk about not talking, because that's basically what the last one was about.
Yeah. So let's continue. So, happy late 4th of July, everyone. It's July 5th when we're recording this. Owen, how was your 4th of July?
It was awesome. We set off mortars with our neighbors, and they were really drunk, so it was funny because they were idiots using explosives.
I went to like a forest, and I found a thing called like cherry dust, and it's just 1/8 of an ounce of marijuana in a plastic bag.
How is smoking that, Paul?
I didn't smoke it. It was just there, and then I went into a tunnel, and then I ran out. So that was my 4th of July, so all around a success.
I think you missed an opportunity.
I did. Okay, very cool. But Owen, can we expect you to be here again if all goes well on the podcast?
I highly doubt that all will go well, but I will still show up again.
Okay, very cool. So here's the part where we need to get to know Owen, the man, the myth, the legend himself. Owen, as we know him.
My name's Owen, and I'm owing you an apology.
Listen up, he's going to teach you anthropology. Okay, so Owen, you do atlatl.
Yes.
What is that?
Okay, basically, it's these 7-foot-tall spears that you throw with a stick. The stick is called an atlatl. The spears are just spears that you throw with it. People in ancient times used to use it to hunt mammoths, and the Aztecs used to use it to capture people alive so that they could sacrifice them at their temples. It was the weapon of noblemen because poor people were not allowed to use it.
I think this pretty much sums up how Owen is. Thank you for your 2 cents of knowledge, Owen. Now, you also do archery.
Yes, that is the newer form of atlatl.
Newer form of atlatl. Can you tell the hill story?
Okay. Once all of the superfauna, like mammoths, were unalived permanently.
Wait, no. The hill, like the time you were on the hill doing archery.
I've been on a lot of hills.
I'll just tell the story. Owen was on a hill one time, and he fired an arrow.
Oh, I remember that. And it went over the hill, and I was with a guy who was like, "Owen, why do you shoot that over the hill? What if you shot somebody?" And I was like, "Did you hear anybody scream?" And he said, "No." And then I said, "I didn't hit them." And then he said, "What if you punctured them through the vocal cords?" And I was like, "We're out with groups of people. If I shot someone through the neck, someone else would have screamed." And he just looks at me and was like, "Yeah, that's about right." And then we left.
These are facts that Owen is here to talk about. I think that pretty much sums up how Owen views life. Now, you're also a famous rapper.
Okay, I did it during the talent show one time because Gilbert asked me to. The other rap that I'm famous for, I never even did.
You never did that.
Which was just I'm Owen and I'm owing you an apology rap that we talked about earlier.
Yeah.
Well, it's not really talked about, I just said it. And that was written by Paul in public speaking, because instead of giving my speech for the class, he wanted me to give the rap to the class.
I'll put up video of Owen rapping if that's okay. Do you want me to do that?
If you really want me to, yeah, you can.
What?
Oh, I won't be. Oh, you already have a recording of me rapping?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I thought I'd have to do it again.
Oh, wait. Next time you come on, can you do a rap?
If you write me a rap, I will do one.
I'll do that. Okay. We'll have a beat. Be tuned for the next episode when Owen does a rap, everybody. See, it's picking up. It's getting better. Better than the first episode. Okay. Now, you also do voodoo worship.
Okay, I might collect human teeth, but I do not practice any form of voodoo magic.
Big difference, everybody.
Yeah.
But what about the allegations?
Okay, even though I did sell voodoo dolls in 6th grade, I do not practice voodoo. Just like 100% honesty.
2 completely different things.
Yeah.
Completely different things.
I'm not a practitioner, I just sell some stuff.
Okay, there's a huge difference between those 2. So, how often, what do you say you keep up with world events, Owen?
Not really, no.
Okay. Well, you heard what's going on with the Large Hadron Collider?
That it exists, or has it done anything of actual note?
Today, I think, as of recording, they're putting it to double speed or something. They're making it go like 2 times bigger than before. What do you think about that?
Well, nothing's happened yet, so I think that'll stay.
You just see like an explosion going off in the distance. So you have an interesting opinion on war. Would you like to share it, considering all the wars that are starting up right now?
Yeah, it's very good for some countries' economy, and very bad for others. The countries that produce the weapons, obviously, more money. The countries that are using the weapons, obviously, not so good because they all die. But
Okay.
pluses and minuses for different people.
Ups and downs.
Yeah.
And the topic of war. Is there anything you'd like to talk about today, Owen?
I was along for the ride, my dude.
Okay. Well.
Want to hear a joke?
Oh, okay. So we have some joke cards that some of my producers, they wrote for us. We have joke writers on this show. They don't get paid, though.
Okay. The ability to reproduce is hereditary. If your parents didn't have any kids, it's likely that you won't either.
That's actually true, though.
Yeah. Think about that for a minute and think about why it should be funny.
It's very sophisticated humor.
Yeah. I'm not sure if some of your less intellectual viewers will be able to understand the comedy of that joke.
We should start, naming people.
Yeah,
and their home addresses. Okay, Jamila's just going to listen to this and just, Here, how about you read this one? This one's just kind of a factoid.
Okay. I'm going to let Jake read this one on his episode because too many people already say that I am a racist.
What? Literally nowhere in this does it mention race, Owen.
I know, but if I said it, I would have to.
Okay. Can you read this one?
Okay.
I think Jake could read that one. Or...
This is more of a riddle because I'm not going to say the answer. What's black, white, and red all over?
Okay. So yeah, be sure to comment down below what you think the answer to that is. But, we're about 7 minutes in.
Wow.
Yeah.
We can talk a lot more about weird stuff.
What do you want to talk about?
Okay.
I have a book that Owen gave me. Let me go get it.
While he is getting that book, let me talk about... Oh, wait, he already got the book.
Okay, you can talk about your thing now.
Okay.
Go.
Okay. World War III.
Uh-oh.
It's gonna happen. Continue.
That's true. Did you hear that Turkey's planning to invade Syria?
Let's go.
What do you mean, let's go?
I mean, I'm not either of those countries, so...
Okay.
Not my problem.
I was thinking the other day, the best way to invade America would be on 4th of July.
No one would know.
Yeah, because the gunshots and, explosions, people just think they're fireworks.
Yeah.
So, if China's taking notes right now...
Yeah.
I'm not...
Like, what both... That's literally the premise, the Independence movie with Day with Aliens, or they attack on the 4th of July both times.
Is that what happened? I don't remember that happening in the movie.
Independence Day... No, it's not like... a big thing that they attack on 4th of July, it doesn't conceal them or anything. But why do they, in the sequel, why do they also attack on the 4th of July?
I don't know.
Why do the aliens care about the 4th of July?
Do you think they have, the same, day cycles somehow?
They
impossible.
couldn't really have the same day or year cycles like we do, because they're from a different galaxy. So their planet would orbit around their sun differently. So is it just a weird coincidence? Or is the Independence Day movie secretly just weird?
Just weird. That should be the title of this podcast. But speaking of World War III, as we continue with these things, there is one episode that I'm planning on doing. And yes, I stole this from my history teacher, this idea. But where I just bring a couple people. We have a panel of 3 people, and we just determine if people should be drafted in World War III.
Shout out to Mr. Placentia. You had a really weird accent thing.
Okay, I've been having Mr. Placentia flashbacks. So for some, every time I see a middle-aged man with collared shirt and shorts, I just think it's Mr. Placentia. Anyway, so this is a book that Owen decided to give me called Secret Societies Inside the World's Most Powerful Organizations, and I just want to say, why would you write a book about secret societies?
Because then they're not secret.
They're not secret.
Well, I don't think any of these secret societies are. Well, at the time they were secret. Most of these are.
It talks about the Illuminati.
Yeah, and it also talks about the Templar Knights. And while it does talk about the Freemasons, they're not really a secret society anymore. Cause,
I feel like everyone knows about them.
Yeah, everyone knows about them. You can literally join them. Not really a secret.
But I think it's sort of a tier system, the Freemasons, and that's why they're secret.
Yeah, but to be fair, you could probably still find what's in the top tier if you just
Googled.
Yeah.
Wow.
So, secret societies, if you know about them, that means they are not truly a secret. which
Okay.
makes a ton of sense. If you want something to be a secret, surprise, surprise, don't tell anybody.
Yeah. It's like whispering into a TV camera. It's not a secret.
Yeah. Like, this podcast could not be considered secret, one, because it's getting posted on YouTube, and two, because there are 4 computers in the room, and all of them, even though 2 of them are off, are still probably listening to us.
4 It's one computer with like a dual monitor setup.
Okay, dual monitor.
It doesn't really work.
Each of them has, microphones, so they can both listen to you.
I have like a camera thing down there. Whatever. So yeah, so we're being listened to right now.
Never trust the government. The deep state's out to get you.
Only the hard-hitting opinions on this podcast with Owen.
The deep state will get you someday.
That's true. Especially if I keep making episodes like this. But how far? We're currently 11 minutes in, Owen. What's something that you can talk about for a long time?
We can still go about the deep state. Never trust the deep state. The government isn't real.
Isn't real.
It's basically the theory that the entire world is controlled by a secret organization, and nothing's real, and everything's just orchestrated by a secret organization of truly powerful people.
Well, I did a poll on that, remember?
Yeah.
Like basically what I did was I surveyed people on like secret societies or like, not secret, but like very powerful ones around the world, and if they knew about them or if they knew about the Illuminati. And like, because the Illuminati is not real anymore, and everyone knew about the Illuminati, but basically no one knew about the other stuff. Like,
and thus the deep state.
That's the deep state.
Yeah.
Skull and Bones Society.
Yeah.
That's one
basically there are powerful organizations that control every aspect of civilization, and most people don't even know about them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Owen still doesn't know about the National Endowment for Society or something like that.
I don't know about a lot of things, but at least I know I don't know a lot about a lot of things.
That's facts.
Acknowledging ignorance is the first step to correcting it.
It's easier to fool someone than convince them they have been fooled.
True.
Okay, you want to read? No joke cards until Jake comes on. But I was going through on YouTube, when you post like a video and a lot of people watch it, there's like a thing where it shows you like how far individual people got into it.
Yeah.
Half of the people watching the last episode dropped out within the first 8 seconds. And I think that's...
Was that just views, or does it show you what each individual does?
I wish it showed what each individual does, but it's like in all of the views.
Because I watched your video like 4 times, but the first like 3 times I only watched like the first minute of it.
Mm-hmm. And the average duration was 2.5 minutes out of a 15-minute long thing.
I watched the entire video just so I could prepare for this, because you gotta study.
Yeah, you gotta study. I gotta study a lot more. Trust me, by episode 10 I'll be good, guys. But
you should start telling what am I, a guest, what the topic's gonna be, so we could research it beforehand.
Yeah, but the first couple episodes are sort of like a introduction into the series, like getting to know, like for example, getting to know Owen. Because we're gonna have hard-hitting debates, right, Owen?
Yeah.
We're gonna have hard-hitting debates.
We're gonna talk about the Civil War.
Oh yeah, when Jake comes on.
Yeah.
We're gonna have an interesting debate about the Civil War.
Just know, I probably will back Jake's opinion. I don't even know it yet, but I already back it just because Jake is the snake.
Jake is the snake.
Yeah.
I should add like a sound, like applause sound effect in there. Also, I can do episodes longer than 15 minutes now. So that's good.
Yeah.
Also, I want to apologize to everyone. My voice last time sounded really stupid. And it probably sounds really dumb right now. I didn't know that my voice sounded like that, so I apologize to everyone over the years who's had to listen to my voice.
I don't know how my voice sounds because I don't normally record myself, but I can assure you that I will sound like a dumbass regardless.
Oh,
so
wow. We're getting PG-13 on this. But yeah, Owen, his what's it called? Ring, like when you call someone and like the answering machine. Yeah. He still has his answering machine from when he's like 12. So it's like a little voice like, "Hi, my name's Owen."
Yeah, it is very funny. Because you expect like a 4-year-old to answer, then I answer.
It's just like, "Hey."
So you're probably disappointed if you're a pedophile. Anyway.
I could continue with that on some individuals, but anyway. Back to the Freemasons.
The Freemasons are basically freedom is good.
Is that what they are?
Yeah. They believe in like individual freedoms and whatnot, but I don't know that much about them.
There used to be a Masonic
temple by Newport Harbor.
Yeah, there's a school near where we live. We don't go to that school, but Yeah, there's like a Masonic temple right there, and then there's people saying that there's cults. It's just a weird school overall.
Yeah, we don't go to Newport Harbor, but they are known as the Nazi school in our local area because a few years ago, some of the students there had a party. They had a star. They did beer pong with like the Star of David, and then they did beer pong with a Nazi swastika. So they're renowned for being the Nazi school.
You know what's funny about that though?
What?
Is that actually wasn't them. It was actually the CDM students who did that.
Oh well.
Oh well, but like they ruined the school's reputation, and
To be fair, CDM's reputation couldn't get any worse. So
yeah, there was I was looking at some like website. It was like haunted places in Orange County, and it was just like listed all the schools in the district, and it just like says like, oh yeah, somebody died in like the locker room, and people say that they hear him like walking around for like CDM or whatever, and it's just like what.
yeah, I believe that.
Surprise.
Someone definitely got murdered at a CDM. Like, there's so many drug dealers there.
Now we could be sued for defamation.
What?
So, allegedly, someone died in the bathroom there, and allegedly it's haunted.
I would say there are allegedly drug dealers there, but I know some of them, so...
Okay, so we're not gonna get sued. That's good. What else was I gonna say?
Shout out to my middle school lab partner, who is one of those people. Will not say their name, but...
He wants to do like exorcism or something. But there was what was I gonna say? Owen, I needed to ask you about this. You want to go ghoul hunting with me?
Is that where we basically go to haunted places and look for ghosts?
Yes.
Yeah.
Up top.
Yeah.
He just up topped me with a weight that I have in my room.
I can up top you in the face.
Please don't.
Boom.
You just like knock me out. So yeah. Welcome to the second episode, ladies and gentlemen.
And remember to beware the deep state.